Hello friends, in this video we will discuss the PIB article summary for the articles published on 20th and 21st January 2018. These articles have been specifically selected keeping in mind the syllabus of the RBI Grade B as well as NABARD Grade A and Grade B 2018 exams. We have two topics to discuss in this video. The first one is Livability Index Program and the next one is the Smart Star Rating for Garbage Free Cities. The first one is a Livability Index Program. This program has been recently launched by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. It is a program, a kind of a competitive program introduced for 116 cities of the country, which are being judged for being this city being more and more livable. The ministry has been implementing a number of flagship programs for the urban areas, and each of these missions or programs have an overarching goal of making the Indian cities more livable. And to access this livability, the current program has been launched by the government, by the ministry. Under this program, livability standards have been formulated and developed by the ministries. These set a common minimum framework for the cities, especially for the Indian cities, to assess their existing status as well as to chart out their pathways towards better quality of life for their citizens in the future, in present as well as in future. So these standards have been set, and based on these standards the livability index will be calculated for the 116 cities, and based upon this ranking evaluation, rankings will be given to encourage cities to make themselves more and more livable, addressing the concerns of citizens more proactively and properly. The framework, this particular framework has its genesis in the smart city concept, the concept of smart cities, and the standards have been basically taken from the 24 smart city features which are contained in the smart city proposals. And this particular program has 79 indicators which are being organized into 15 distinct categories, and each of these are designed to measure different things. For example, the various institutional, social, economic and physical aspects that affect the quality of life of citizens in that particular city, and therefore ultimately to determine the livability of a city for a citizen in that particular city. Through this ranking of cities, what the government is trying to promote is to promote a competitive environment. So it is a kind of competition that government is promoting among cities that will result in a systematic improvement in quality of life of the citizens living in those cities. The Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, through a bidding process with working with the World Bank, has selected these institutions, that is MS IPSOS Research Private Limited, MS Athena Infonomics India Private Limited, and Economist Group Limited, has selected these three organizations for the assessment of livability indices of 116 cities. These companies will collectively work and try to collect the data which will help to then help them to organize them into these 79 indicators to assess the livability standards, and then ultimately to giving the livability index for those cities. Therefore, it will help to capture the critical city level information to inform the city assessment reports, and it will also take the help of citizens it will do the surveys and try to get the information directly from citizens to measure the satisfaction, to measure their satisfaction from the urban services. The next topic we have the smart star rating for garbage free cities. This is again another initiative by the government to make the India clean and help towards achieving the mission objective of Swachh Bharat mission. This scheme, or this is basically a 7-star rating system that will rate the cities on the cleanliness parameters to gauge how clean the cities are in actual and rate them on a 7-star scale. The cities can be rated based upon their compliance with the protocol conditions that have been specified for each of these 7 ratings, and further each of these countries should be open defecation free before it could get a rating of 3-star or above. So more high is means more the number means more clean a particular city is. So if the number is more than 3, only then it must be open defecation free. It means it must be open defecation free city. This particular rating system has been developed by Swachh Bharat Mission Urban, and it has been done keeping in mind multiple cleanliness indicators for example for solid waste management, which includes door-to-door collection of garbage, or bulk generator compliance, source segregation, scientific processing of waste, plastic waste management, construction and demolition management, etc., along with citizen grievance redressal systems. So all these things have been kept in mind to design this 7-star rating system. The cities can declare themselves a 1, 2 or 4-star themselves, but the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs will carry out additional verification through an independent third party to certify the cities as 3-star, 5-star or 7-star. Also, cities need to get recertified themselves every year to retain their status. So it will become an yearly process in which each year the city have to get the certificate renewed by keeping those standards, the protocol conditions being fulfilling every year and improving upon the previous one. Another most significant feature of this rating system is that it provides stakeholders with a single metric system to rate a city's cleanliness. So it is a kind of uniformity is provided, and through this single number with single rating, you can know how much clean a particular city is, rather than there was no need to separately evaluate multiple factors which can contribute towards a city's overall cleanliness and garbage free status. So via this smart star rating, there has been different words attached to each of these alphabets. For example, S stands for single metric, then measurable, achievable, rigorous verification, and targeted towards outcome is basically what means the smart. Therefore, it is being characterized that by trust and verify model, and sustainability will be imparted in this particular rating system. Sustainability will be through yearly renewal of the certificates or the star rating certificates. The protocol will involve the participation of all different stakeholders as well as the common people to have an aspiration to have a higher grading of cleanliness for their respective cities. So the aim of this particular star rating is basically to achieve garbage free status of cities, which is in consonance with the objective of Swachh Bharat Mission Urban. Along with having the garbage free status, the other things include, which means that there is no garbage at any point of time, or no litter is found on any public, commercial or even in residential locations, including the storm drains and water bodies in the city, except in the litter bins or transfer stations. So this has been a kind of criteria to achieve the garbage free status. Along with this, 100% of waste generated should be scientifically managed, and the city is scientifically managed with respect to municipal solid waste, plastic waste, as well as construction and demolition waste. Also, there should be a steady reduction in the waste generated in the city over a period of time. So all these factors will help, basically are the conditions which will through which the ratings will be given to the cities, and improvisations or improvements can be evaluated based on these protocols conditions. So this was all for PIB summary for 20th and 21st January 2018. For more videos, you can visit www.edutab.co.in. Thank you and happy learning.